Hey there, and welcome to Real Investment News. I'm Mike O'Neill. Less than an hour to go before the opening bell, and markets are looking to open just slightly lower today. The Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P futures are all pointing a little lower, but it's only by a few points. The 10-year Treasury is up just slightly to 2.65, and oil is actually down to 63.24, but still holding steady. Around the world, markets are relatively flat. In Asia, China's Shanghai Composite closed up nearly 0.4 of a percentage point. The Hang Seng and Nikkei were also up. Markets in France, Germany, and the UK are all higher, but not by much. But the big concern back here in the US is the government shutdown, which is now entering its third day. Now, the last government shutdown back in 2013 lasted for 2 weeks, cost an estimated $20 billion. But at that time, the Fed had just announced the QE3 and was flooding the market with billions of dollars of liquidity, so the stock markets didn't really panic. But that's not what is happening this time. This is closer to what we saw in 2011 when the shutdown was averted at the last second, but at that time there was no support from the Fed, and just the fear of a shutdown caused markets to drop 16%, and we lost 1% of GDP in that quarter. So all eyes are now on the Senate, which is going to be voting around noon Eastern Time on a bill that could reopen the government for 3 weeks while negotiations continue, but there is no certainty that will pass, so we will see how investors react to that. Looking ahead, tomorrow, round 6 of the renegotiation of NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement. This is the pact between the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. Now, President Trump has warned that if he doesn't like the deal, he's going to pull out. And last week, he called NAFTA a bad joke in one of his tweets, saying that Mexico has a ridiculous $71 billion trade surplus with the U.S. Now, the president says that the $20 billion that he's asking for a border wall is peanuts compared to that surplus. So this might be what he means when he says Mexico is going to pay for it. But right now, Mexico's presidential campaign starts in March, and leaders there have long said, hey, we can't ratify any new agreement in Mexico during election season. The party that is currently leading in the polls has promised to completely restart NAFTA talks if they take over. Today, after the closing bell, Netflix is going to release its fourth quarter earnings reports, revealing the impact of its recent increase in subscription prices. Last year, shares of Netflix climbed more than 60%, so we will see how investors react to that news. Hey, that's it for now. Thank you so very much for watching. Please remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, YouTube. You can catch all of our reports on realinvestmentnews.com. I'm Mike O'Neill, and we will see you after the opening bell.